Hey, Dave here again with the next in a series of episodes about the vintage LP12 that an enthusiast dropped off a couple of weeks ago. He asked me to service it and add a few upgrades to get it back into proper vinyl spinning shape. As I mentioned before, I started learning how to work on my own LP12 about 3 years ago out of necessity because Linn dealers are a bit thin on the ground on this side of the Atlantic. Now, let's take a closer look at this deck. And the plinth alone tells us this is an early example. You can see the small hole on the right where the original dust cover propping rod once resided. Linn switched to spring-loaded hinges around 1978 or 79. The rear of the plinth is fluted, just like the other three sides, not flat to accommodate the label, so we'll have to locate the serial number elsewhere. And you can see the extra set of holes from the original hinge brackets, so this one needs a new set. The zinc aluminum subplatter should be nice and shiny, but this one is gray and pitted. Maybe from years being exposed to salty air. Removing the subplatter reveals an early white line bearing. And conveniently, we find the product label with the serial number, which helps me to date this unit to be from 1976, just a few years after the LP12 was first launched in 1973. The tone arm is a Linn Basic Plus from the mid-1980s, so it's not original, but a solid arm, just below the top-tier ITOC. The original orange power button has been replaced with one that comes with the Valhalla speed controller, which was standard equipment starting in 1982. Before I continue, hitting the like and subscribe buttons is essential to keeping this channel alive. I'm really concerned that my views and subscribers are way down over the past months, primarily because YouTube is not putting my videos in front of as many eyeballs. And for what I've noticed, less than 10% of viewers click the thumbs up button. It does make a difference. And if you want to go the extra mile, my Patreon is just $3 a month, about the cost of a gas station coffee, but way more satisfying. It helps keep me making content that educates, entertains, and maybe even makes you grin. Links down below. And thanks a ton. Today I'm testing the platter rotation speed with the Parks Audio Puffin phono preamp, which has a built-in speed check function. By letting the stylus ride the runout groove, it measures the time between pops. And this one is running 0.4% slow, which is about 33.14 RPM. Not terrible, but not good enough for me. I'll need to inspect the Valhalla board when I open it up. If you live in Northeast Florida, please contact me if you're interested in me working on yours. We can discuss the situation with your LP12, my rates, and time frames. See my email address below. I'm starting out small, so I won't be able to help you unless you can personally deliver your turntable to me in St. Augustine, Florida. So join me in the next episode and we can look under the hood and see what's going on inside this LP12. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.